Howdy ho, my peeps. I have a new phone holder so I can talk to you without holding onto the phone. Okay, so today's project, or at least this morning's project, is to take these chairs here, which I found out in the back somewhere. These have been here for years and years and years. And I have to remove the seats. Now, the seats all look kind of like this. They're dirty. They have fiberboard seats that have absorbed water over the years here and there. Not too bad though. And the foam has permanent indentations that don't come out any longer. So I am taking the seats tops off of these chair frames. I'm going to paint these frames. This kind of dull brown is not conducive to the mojo. I don't know what color they're going to be. They might be black, they might be pink, they might be turquoise. I'm not quite sure. I'm actually thinking turquoise would look nice in here, a light aqua. It would look very nice against the purple walls. We're straying off into the world of light colors at that point, but I don't think that's a problem. I think I can mix it up. In fact, I know I can mix it up. Anyhow, so that's what I'm doing today. And after I pull the seats off, just as an experiment, I went ahead and cut off this old blue Naugahyde, and what I found underneath was a foam seat cushion that most of them are actually in pretty good shape. The foam is not cracking or crumbling. It still, when you push it down, it still comes back up, except for in the few places where it's been compressed for so many years. Those areas around the edge don't come up. But I was thinking that I could, you know, spray these suckers down with some hydrogen peroxide or bleach or both, and turn them over and reuse them. Normally I wouldn't even think about that. I would just, you know, get rid of the bad seats and make new ones. But I'm really trying to spend as little money as humanly possible. So if I can reuse it, I'm trying to reuse it. So I figured as long as the foam doesn't smell bad, and as long as it has resilience and it's not crumbling, why not? So that's what I'm up to today. Grant is off negotiating the terms of getting rid of his stuff where it lives right now, and that's going to be interesting to find out how that whole thing's going to shake down. So that's going to be a long process of figuring out what to keep, what to toss, what to sell, and how to arrange what we end up keeping. So, you know, that's the never-ending task of a hoarder who identifies as a collector. I'm a hoarder, but I identify as a collector, which means my hoards and the hoards of other people who live with me need to be organized and undercover. So, isn't that going to be fun? We'll see if our marriage survives it. I think it will. So, the photo shoot yesterday went really well. It was so fun to talk to this guy. He's an older guy. Oh golly, he's been in this area forever. He used to teach at the high school. He was a timberman, a logger, by trade then early on, and now he teaches, he still teaches only he's a substitute teacher now. So he subs at the high school, he writes for the paper, and he's just the most interesting guy. I really had a good time talking to him and his wife. So we'll see when that article comes out. I'll read it to you guys. I'm sure it's going to be quite folksy and, you know, the perfect small town article about a new business. So That'll be fun. I hope. We'll find out. We'll find out how the newspaper really feels about me when I read it. Yeah, so another day I finally decided what to do with my blank wall over there, and when it's done I will show you. It's taken me a long time to figure out what I really wanted to do on it, and it is going to be a collage of sorts. So the hint I'm going to give you is if any of you who know about Magnolia Pearl will know where I'm heading. Those of you that don't, check out Magnolia Pearl. Check her out on Pinterest. Well, actually, it's the name of her company. Robin Brown is the woman's name. She's out of Fredericksburg, Texas. Anyhow, if you check out Magnolia Pearl on Pinterest, you will really see her vibe. She's really interesting. And while my aesthetic is different than hers, I share a lot of the same design ideas that I've seen her express over the years. So I'm going to see if I can incorporate some of those ideas into this place. Yeah, so lighting's going up slowly. Grant's been busy. He hasn't been able to work on it for the past couple days, but hopefully he can come by tonight and at least get the other 2 lamps hung along the window wall there. I know what I'm going to do with that wall. I've got this chair project that I need to finish. Then it's going to be about working on displays a little bit more, which means a lot of cleaning and painting. Then once I've got stuff pretty well, the surfaces decorated the way I want them to, all that kind of stuff, then I'm going to start putting everything into position and getting an idea of, the flow, the traffic pattern, where I want to put stuff. Obviously, small stuff needs to be visible. Anything that's too big to put in your handbag or backpack, well, that stuff can be on a back side of something, or facing the window on the other side of a cabinet or something, because I'm not going to worry about theft as much on bigger things. I do have this cabinet over here. It's a glass thing. You guys have seen it, I'm sure. That I'm going to put the more expensive jewelry, collectible jewelry, that kind of thing is going to go into the cabinet. So I'm kind of wrapping my mind around the traffic pattern and the setup of merchandise. I have been having a hard time finding the magic. The magic is just beginning to show here. I first got excited about it when Grant started hanging the lights that are along the window wall over there, which I'll give you a better look at after I'm done yapping at you. Anyway, I started to feel it, but there's not enough gloss and shimmer and glimmer and shine in this place yet. I'm really craving surface shine. I'm craving glitter paint and chameleon pearl overpaint and stuff like that. I want to see color on top of my crusty antiques. I don't know what aesthetic that is. It's not something I've really seen done yet. I've seen farmhouse, I've seen steampunk, of course we've all seen, the new kind of millennial minimalism, Victorian stuff, we've seen all that. But this is kind of a combination of crusty Victorian and mermaids and unicorns. I don't know how that's gonna, I don't know what's going to happen when I start painting everything with clear glitter paint on top of it. I don't know. All I know is that that's what I want to see. And since it's my store and I'm 60 and I better do it now or I'm never going to do it, I'm going to go ahead and do it. So that's all the yapping I'm going to do right now. But I do want to show you, a close-up of the lights on the window wall. Well, we're going to give this a go. I'm going to start with a fairly strong solution of Clorox cleanup, and going to put as much water in this as I can before it hits the overflow. And I'm going to let it soak for a while, and I'm going to flip them all over on the other side. I'm going to leave them overnight. And then, we'll see how they do. Alrighty, like I said, I made these hanging light fixtures for decorating wedding venues. A few years ago, 3 of the 4 of my sister's 4 daughters got married in a 2-year period, 2.5-year period. So we made a bunch of wedding decor and we kept using it over and over for these outdoor weddings. And these light fixtures are something that I made, and I just love them. I think they're beautiful. Another thing that makes me feel like the magic is coming is this umbrella stand. I made this umbrella stand years ago. The shells that are on it came from a neighbor's yard. He had passed away and his home was being made ready for sale by the estate, and we were cleaning up and they had a bunch of piles of stuff they wanted to throw out, including these shells. So I snagged them and I put them into this umbrella stand. All right, I'm going to give you a better close-up. You guys have seen every bit of this decor. Those of you who've watched my videos, you've seen me make all of this and show it to you. There's nothing here that's new. I just grabbed inventory that was in boxes close up that I could get to and just threw it all on this table here. I don't know if you saw, I think I showed you guys this. This is one of my favorite things I've made, this bee on a leaf. I just love it. It took forever. So anyhow, you've seen all this. I don't think you've seen this though. Take this down, put it over here. This is a handbag. It's actually a backpack that I made a few years ago. And I think this I love. This thing really has, I'm going to do it and give you a little bit of sunlight on it. This thing really has that magnolia pearl aesthetic. You can't see it. Let's see. I think you can see it a little bit better there. This thing really has that magnolia pearl aesthetic. If you're familiar, if you become familiar with her work, I still have to put the lining in, but I really dig this kind of thing. I think it's really cool. So that's a big hobo backpack. I think I need to get rid of my, not rid of, I think I need to put this mink thing away. They just passed a law you can't sell real fur in California or something. I got to double check on that. And here's the funniest part. So the guy took us pictures and he's getting ready to leave, and he spies my unfinished sign that I've been making for the inside of the store. And he says, can I take a picture of that? I said, well, it's only about halfway painted. And he says, no, I love it. So he insisted on putting it in front of this careful display. He throws this, 50% finished, hand-painted, crusty sign. And so I'm sure that's going to show up in the picture. That'll be kind of funny. Oh yeah, and here are 2 more of these lamps. I've got a big one here and a small one. And my plan, I hung the small one in the corner high. This one is down lower. The tiny one will be real high, and then the larger one will be a little bit smaller, or I may put a small crystal chandelier there just to change it up. So that's what's going on. I've also been trying to figure out what to do with this bike. I've given it 1 coat of glitter on top of its crustiness, and I think it needs about 5 more coats of glitter because I want it to be just a dripping. I've also thought it might be fun to glue a bunch of jewelry to it. That might be kind of neat. Old broken jewelry. Yeah, that's about it. So I'm going to get back to work, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.